Chosen one, if you're seeing this message at this exact moment, it's not by chance. The forces of the universe have conspired for this encounter to happen precisely now. You're about to receive a powerful revelation that will completely change your financial reality and transform your life forever. What I'm about to share with you is an urgent message that will awaken a new consciousness of abundance within you. The scarcity you faced until today hasn't been in vain. Each difficulty, each financial obstacle, each moment of struggle served as preparation for what's about to happen now. The universe has been observing your persistence, your unwavering faith, even when everything seemed to be falling apart. The moment of your breakthrough has finally arrived. From today forward, your resources will begin to multiply before your eyes. The impossible will become possible, and what seemed beyond your reach will be at your disposal. A supernatural power of multiplication is being activated in your life at this very moment. But before we dive into this powerful message, I need you to do 3 simple things that will amplify the energy of this revelation in your life. First, subscribe to this channel to continue receiving these transformative messages. Second, leave your like as a sign that you're ready to receive this blessing. And third, comment multiplication to declare that you're ready to enter this new phase of prosperity. By doing this, you're declaring to the universe that you're prepared to receive the overflow that's already on its way. Now, let's discover how your resources are about to multiply before your eyes, because scarcity has come to an end and abundance has already begun to manifest in your life. Chosen one, listen carefully. The principle of multiplication has just been activated over your life. This isn't just any principle, it's a divine law that transcends the limitations of the natural world. While the world speaks of linear growth, you're entering a dimension of exponential growth. What does this mean? It means your resources won't just increase gradually, but will multiply supernaturally. Think for a moment. When a seed is planted, it doesn't produce just another identical seed, but dozens, hundreds of them. This is the divine principle of multiplication, and now it's operating in your financial life. Every resource you possess, every talent, every penny is under the power of this multiplying principle. While the world worries about scarcity, you're being transferred to a new reality of unlimited abundance. Doors that were closed will begin to open, opportunities will arise from unexpected places, and the financial flow that was blocked will begin to flow with an intensity never seen before. This isn't an empty promise. It's a prophetic declaration over your life. The universe is realigning to bring you the resources that are yours by divine right. Multiplication isn't something that will happen someday in the future, it's happening now, at this very moment as you receive this message. Have you noticed small signs of this principle in action? That unexpected opportunity that recently emerged? That amount that arrived when you needed it most? That financial problem that resolved itself in a surprising way? These weren't coincidences. They were the first signs of the multiplication principle that is now fully active in your life. From today on, begin to observe how this principle manifests in every area. You'll see resources emerging from sources you never imagined, people being directed to invest in your projects, innovative ideas coming to your mind that will transform into abundant sources of prosperity. This principle isn't limited to just your finances. It will extend to your health, relationships, knowledge, and influence. Everything in your life will begin to multiply at an accelerated pace. The potential that was dormant within you will awaken with full force, and your abilities will multiply in ways you never dreamed possible. You were chosen to live in abundance, not in scarcity. The universe conspires in your favor, and all celestial forces are working to manifest this multiplication in your reality. The faith you maintained even in the most difficult moments is being honored. The multiplication that's happening knows no limits. Where you saw scarcity, now you'll see abundance. Where there was lack, Now there will be excess. This is the new reality that's forming around you, a reality of unlimited resources and infinite possibilities. Declare right now, the principle of multiplication is active in my life. My resources are multiplying before my eyes. Abundance is my new reality. Each time you repeat this affirmation, you'll be strengthening the flow of multiplication in your life. The energy of your word will align with the universal forces already operating in your favor. You're leaving the paradigm of scarcity and entering the dimension of supernatural multiplication. The financial limitations that seemed insurmountable will dissolve before the power of this divine principle. Obstacles that once seemed like mountains will now be like grains of sand, easily removed from your path. Your resources will begin to grow at a speed that will defy any human logic. Remember, you weren't chosen by chance. You were selected to experience this principle of multiplication in its fullness, to demonstrate to the world the transformative power of divine abundance. Your resources are multiplying now, at this moment, even as you absorb this message. The universe is working tirelessly to manifest this multiplication in your life. Stay alert, maintain your unwavering faith, and prepare to witness the miracle of multiplication happening before your eyes. Your time of scarcity is over. The time of supernatural multiplication has begun. We're entering a sacred territory of revelation. Every seed you've planted is about to produce 100 times more than you ever imagined possible. This isn't a promise for the distant future. It's a reality that's already manifesting now in your life. Think of every small positive action you've taken as a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe. That small investment, that help you offered someone, that idea you developed, that project you started with limited resources, all those seeds won't produce just a common return, but 100 times more than you initially invested. From today on, begin to observe how each small seed you've planted begins to sprout with unusual strength, producing not just one, but multiple fruits. That small idea will transform into an empire. That small investment will multiply beyond all expectations. That small act of kindness will return to you multiplied 100 times. You're no longer operating under the limited laws of this world. You've been elevated to a higher level where the law of supernatural multiplication is in full operation. The seeds you planted, which seemed forgotten or lost, weren't forgotten by the universe. They were just waiting for the perfect moment to germinate with extraordinary power. This 100-fold multiplication won't happen in just one area of your life. It will manifest in your finances, your health, your relationships, your influence, your inner peace. Every aspect of your life will experience this abundant harvest. Some may doubt this truth because they're trapped in a scarcity mindset. But you were chosen to break that barrier, to demonstrate to the world the unlimited power of divine abundance. You were selected to reap 100 times more than you sowed, not because you deserve less, but because you were prepared to receive more. The promise of 100 times more isn't just a figure of speech. It's a prophetic declaration about what's already happening in your life. The universe is mobilizing resources, people, circumstances, and opportunities to ensure that every seed planted by you produces its multiplied return. Do you remember that small action you performed some time ago and then forgot? That seed wasn't forgotten by the universe. It's silently germinating, growing with supernatural strength, and soon will produce a harvest so abundant that you'll be amazed. This is the new reality in which you're living. Every positive thought, every word of faith, every small action aligned with your goals. All these are seeds that are now under the power of 100-fold multiplication. Don't be surprised when the results begin to exponentially exceed your expectations. There are those who say this is impossible, that nothing can grow 100 times more in a short period. But you aren't limited by natural laws. You operate under higher laws, divine laws that transcend any human limitation. What seems impossible to others is just the beginning for you. Declare now in a loud voice, every seed I've planted is generating 100 times more in my life. Supernatural multiplication is my new reality. Abundance is manifesting in all areas of my existence. This declaration isn't just words, it's an affirmation that aligns with the cosmic forces already working in your favor. Each time you repeat this truth, you strengthen the flow of multiplication in your life. Prepare yourself to manage this abundant harvest. Where before you managed small resources, now you'll administer great wealth. Where before you led small projects, now you'll command large enterprises. Where before you influenced few people, now you'll impact multitudes. This is the dimension of hundredfold multiplication that's manifesting in your life. Your resources are multiplying at this very moment. What you planted isn't just growing, it's growing 100 times more than normal. This is the new reality for which you were chosen, and nothing can prevent the manifestation of this abundance in your life. The moment of the great turning point in your life has arrived. The time of little has come to an end, and the time of much has just begun. This transformation isn't gradual, it's instantaneous and powerful. You're being catapulted from a reality of scarcity to a dimension of extraordinary abundance. Look back for a moment. Remember the limitations you faced, the scarce resources you had to manage, the opportunities that seemed insufficient. Imprint that image well in your mind, because it's about to become just a distant memory. What you had was little, but what you're about to receive is extraordinarily much. This isn't just a quantitative change, it's a qualitative transformation in your life. You won't just have more of the same, you'll have something completely new, abundant and transformative. Where there was a trickle, now there will be a flood of blessings. Where there were crumbs, now there will be a feast. Scarcity was training, a preparation for you to learn to value every resource. Now that you've passed the test of scarcity, you're being promoted to abundance. This promotion isn't based only on merit, but on a divine decision to elevate you to a new level of prosperity. Carefully observe the signs that are already appearing in your life. That small financial improvement, it's just the beginning. That unexpected opportunity, it's just the tip of the iceberg. That new contact that emerged, it's just the first of many that are coming. These are the initial signs of the transformation from little to much that's occurring in your life. You've lived long enough with little. You've learned the lessons that scarcity had to teach. Now you're ready for the next phase, the phase of extraordinary abundance. This isn't an empty promise. It's a prophetic declaration about the new reality that has already begun to manifest in your life. Some people remain trapped in the little mindset, even when surrounded by abundance. But you were chosen to break that pattern. Your mind is being renewed to accept and manage the much that's coming. You're being prepared internally to correspond to the external abundance that's manifesting. The transition from little to much will happen in all areas of your life. Your financial resources, your connections, your opportunities, your talents, your influence, everything is being multiplied exponentially. What once seemed limited will now reveal itself as unlimited. This transformation isn't just for your personal benefit. You were chosen to be a channel of abundance. The much that you'll receive will flow through you to bless others. You'll become a river of provision, no longer a small stream, but a torrential river that irrigates and transforms everything around you. Declare now with conviction, the time of little has ended in my life. I'm entering the dimension of much. Abundance is manifesting in all areas of my existence. What was limited is now unlimited. This declaration aligns your energy with the cosmic forces already working to manifest this transformation in your life. Each time you affirm this truth, you strengthen the flow of abundance that's coming to you. The universe is reorganizing itself to bring you the abundant resources that are yours by divine right. People you don't even know are being directed to invest in your projects. Opportunities you never imagined are being created specifically for you. This is the manifestation of much replacing little in your life. The scarcity you faced wasn't a punishment, it was preparation. Now that you've demonstrated faithfulness in little, you're being entrusted with much. This is the universal law of progression, and you're on the threshold of a quantum leap in your prosperity. Don't doubt this truth because it contradicts your past experiences. Your past experiences were based on an old reality that no longer exists for you. You're entering a new dimension where the old limitations have no power. What you had was little, but what you're receiving now is much, extraordinarily much. Abundance isn't just a possibility for you, it's your new reality. Embrace it with gratitude, manage it with wisdom, and share it with generosity. You were chosen for this transformation, and nothing can impede the flow of much that's manifesting in your life now. Chosen one, prepare yourself for a revelation that will transform your understanding of how abundance flows. The multiplication happening in your life won't come through exhausting effort, but through divine grace. This is a revolutionary concept that goes against everything the world has taught you. The world says you need to work harder, more hours, sacrifice your well-being and your peace to achieve prosperity. But you're entering a dimension where that logic no longer applies. The supernatural multiplication manifesting in your life comes by grace, not by effort. Grace is a divine power that operates beyond common laws. It's an undeserved favor, a blessing that flows not because of your effort, but despite it. This grace is being poured out on you now, bringing a multiplication of resources that defies any logical explanation. Observe how things will begin to flow in your direction without you having to struggle for them. Opportunities will arise without you having to seek them incessantly. Resources will appear without the wear and tear of frantic searching. This is the manifestation of multiplying grace in your life. You might be thinking, but I've always learned that we need to work hard to get anything. This is a partial truth from the old paradigm. In the new paradigm you're entering, work still exists, but it's inspired work, fluid, pleasurable, work that seems more like a natural flow than an exhausting effort. The difference is subtle, but profound. When you operate by grace, your work becomes an expression of your essence, not a struggle against obstacles. It's like swimming with the current instead of against it. The results multiply, but the effort decreases. This effortless multiplication has already begun to manifest in your life. Think about the small synchronicities that have happened recently. That casual encounter that opened an important door, that idea that came when you least expected it, that opportunity that appeared without you seeking it. These are signs of multiplying grace operating in your life. From today on, you'll experience a radical change in how things happen. Instead of pushing, you'll be pulled toward opportunities. Instead of hunting for resources, resources will find you. Instead of forcing connections, the right connections will be naturally drawn to you. This doesn't mean you'll be inactive. It means your actions will be guided by a superior intelligence, a divine flow that takes you precisely to where resources are multiplying. You'll still move, but it will be movement without friction, without resistance, without the wear and tear of excessive effort. The grace that's operating in your life now is irresistible and irreversible. No force can prevent the manifestation of this effortless multiplication. Barriers that once seemed insurmountable will be removed without you having to fight against them. Obstacles will dissolve even before you reach them. Declare with confidence, the multiplication in my life comes by grace, not by effort. Resources flow to me naturally. Abundance manifests without struggle. Everything I need comes to me at the perfect time. And this affirmation aligns your consciousness with the flow of grace already operating in your favor. Each time you repeat this truth, you strengthen the manifestation of effortless multiplication in your life. You'll notice that even your emotional state will change. Anxiety about provision will give way to calm confidence. Fear of scarcity will be replaced by certainty of abundance. The tension of effort will yield to the relaxation of flow. This is a holistic transformation that affects not only your external circumstances, but also your internal world. Many will remain trapped in the mindset of excessive effort, struggling and wearing themselves out to achieve what will come naturally to you. Don't judge them. Simply recognize that you were chosen to demonstrate a new path, a new form of prosperity that comes by grace, not by effort. This is a truth that transcends any human logic, but that will manifest so clearly in your life that it will be impossible to deny. Effortless multiplication is your new reality, and each day will bring new evidence of this transformative truth. Multiplying grace knows no limits. It doesn't run out, doesn't diminish with time, doesn't depend on external circumstances. It's an inexhaustible source of abundance that will continue to flow in your life, bringing resources, opportunities, and blessings in ways you never imagined possible. You were chosen to live in this dimension of multiplying grace. Embrace it completely, trust in its perfect flow, and prepare to witness how abundance manifests in your life without the weight of excessive effort. The time has come for a powerful revelation that will bring healing to the most painful areas of your life. Everything that was taken from you, every resource, every opportunity, every relationship, every dream, is being not just restored, but returned with an abundant extra. This is a divine law of compensation that is now active in your life. Think for a moment about the losses you suffered, that investment that failed, that opportunity that slipped through your fingers, that business that didn't work out, that relationship that ended abruptly. Each loss was recorded in the divine book, and now the time for complete restitution has arrived. But this isn't a simple return, it's a multiplied restitution. For everything that was taken, you'll receive much more in return. This is divine justice manifesting in your life, bringing not just what was yours, but adding an extra as compensation for the waiting time. From today on, observe how situations that seemed lost begin to reverse in your favor. Observe how resources that seemed depleted begin to flow again, but now with much more force. Observe how dreams that seemed dead resurge with a vitality never before seen. This restitution with extra doesn't come because you earned it through effort, but because it was decreed in the celestial courts. It's a divine decision that transcends any human logic, a demonstration of the supernatural power now operating in your life. You might ask yourself, how is this possible? How can something completely lost not only return, but come back multiplied? This is the wonder of divine restitution. It operates beyond the limitations of the natural world, bringing back not just what was lost, but much more. What seemed to be a definitive end was just a temporary detour. What seemed to be a permanent loss was just a rearrangement to bring something much greater. What seemed to be a forever closed door was just a preparation for the opening of much larger portals of opportunity. Every tear you shed for your losses was counted. Every sleepless night worried about what was taken was recorded. Every moment of pain from the injustice suffered was observed, and now each of these moments is being converted into a multiplied blessing. Restitution with extra has already begun to manifest in your life. Have you noticed signs of it? That idea that seemed lost and now resurfaces with much more clarity. That opportunity that escaped and now returns in a much better version. That resource that dried up and now begins to flow again with much more abundance. These are just the first signs of the great restitution that's happening. Declare boldly, everything that was taken from me is being restored with extra. I'm receiving back multiplied each thing I lost. Divine restitution is operating powerfully in my life now. This declaration aligns your energy with the cosmic forces already working to manifest this restitution in your life. Each time you affirm this truth, you strengthen the flow of divine compensation that's coming to you. You'll notice that this restitution with extra doesn't come exactly in the same form as the original. What returns is always an improved version, elevated, multiplied of what was lost. It's as if the waiting time allowed for an expansion, a refinement, a multiplication of what was taken from you. There is no permanent loss in your life. Even what seemed irremediably lost is being recovered and returned to you in ways that will exceed your expectations. This is the manifestation of divine justice, a restitution that goes far beyond simple return. Some losses were so painful that you may have given up on recovering them. Perhaps you accepted that certain dreams, resources, or opportunities were lost forever. But the divine decree over your life now is complete restitution with interest. Nothing will remain lost. Nothing will be left without compensation. This restitution with extra isn't just material, it's also emotional, spiritual, relational. The peace that was stolen from you will return multiplied. The joy that was taken will come back at levels never before experienced. The connections that were broken will be restored in a much superior quality. You were chosen to demonstrate the power of divine restitution. Your life will be a testimony of how what seemed lost forever not only returns, but comes back multiplied. Don't doubt this truth because it contradicts your past experience. Your past experience was based on an old paradigm that no longer exists for you. Even what was taken from you will be restored with extra. This is the new reality in which you're living, and each day will bring new evidence of this transformative truth in your life. Chosen one, prepare yourself for an accelerated manifestation of growth and abundance in your life. The multiplication process now active won't occur slowly, hidden, or gradually. It will be visible, tangible, and extraordinarily fast. You'll witness the transformation happening before your eyes in real time. For a long time, you may have become accustomed to the slow pace of conventional growth, small increments that take years to become significant. But you've been transferred to a new dimension where growth occurs at a supernatural speed, breaking all normal patterns of development. From today on, you'll begin to notice dramatic changes in your situation. Resources that grew slowly will now multiply at a speed that will defy any logical explanation. Opportunities that would normally take years to develop will manifest in days or weeks. This accelerated growth is the visible sign that you've entered a new spiritual dimension. This isn't a process that will happen behind the scenes, invisible until complete. You'll witness each stage of growth, watching in wonder as abundance manifests in real time. It will be like watching a time-lapse video where seeds not only germinate, but grow, bloom, and produce fruit in a fraction of the normal time. The speed of this growth will be so extraordinary that others will notice and ask what's happening with you. People around you will be intrigued by how quickly your resources are multiplying, by the speed with which opportunities are arising, by the accelerated pace at which your projects are developing. Do you remember how plants grow? Slowly, almost imperceptibly, day by day. The growth manifesting in your life won't follow that pattern. It will be as if plants grew before your eyes, visible not just day by day, but hour by hour, minute by minute. This is the new supernatural reality in which you're living. Don't doubt the speed of this manifestation because it contradicts your past experiences. Your past experiences were based on an old paradigm of gradual growth. You're now operating in a new paradigm of accelerated manifestation, where resources multiply in a fraction of the normal time. Declare with confidence, growth in my life is visible and rapid. My resources are multiplying at a supernatural speed. The manifestation of abundance is happening in real time before my eyes. This affirmation aligns your energy with the cosmic forces already working to manifest this accelerated growth in your life. Each time you repeat this truth, you strengthen the flow of fast and visible manifestation. Have you already begun to notice signs of this accelerated growth, that financial improvement that happened much faster than you expected? That opportunity that developed in days, not months. That door that opened almost instantly after you knocked. These are just the first signs of the visible and rapid growth that's manifesting in your life. This supernatural speed doesn't mean the growth will be superficial or temporary. On the contrary, it will be deep and lasting, but will happen in a fraction of the time it would normally take. It's like building a solid house not in years, but in weeks, without compromising the quality or stability of the structure. This isn't a simple increase in resources, it's a complete change of reality, a transfer to a new realm where abundance not only satisfies your needs but overflows beyond any expectation. For too long, you've lived in the land of just enough, or even the land of never enough. You've become accustomed to calculating each resource, to worrying about each expense, to living with the constant anxiety that there might not be enough. That reality has ended for you. From today on, you're entering the land of overflow. Overflow isn't just abundance, it's superabundance. It's when resources don't just fill your container, but flow over the top, creating rivers of provision that extend far beyond yourself. It's when you have so much that you can't contain it, when the blessing is so great that it naturally flows from you to others. This transfer has already begun. The initial signs are already appearing in your life. That unexpected resource that arrived, that opportunity that emerged from nowhere, that door that opened without you needing to knock. These are just the first signs of the great overflow that's manifesting in your life. In the land of scarcity, you are constantly reminded of limitations. There isn't enough. That's too expensive. You can't afford it. You need to save. In the land of overflow, a new language will dominate your life. There's more than enough. You can easily afford this. There's abundance for everyone. The more you give, the more you receive. This transfer isn't just physical or financial, it's a complete transformation that will affect every aspect of your existence. Your peace will overflow beyond circumstances. Your joy will flow regardless of external situations. Your wisdom will expand far beyond your current knowledge. Your love and compassion will reach more people than you ever imagined possible. Overflow brings a new mindset. In scarcity, the question was always, do I have enough? In overflow, the question becomes, how can I use this abundance to bless more people? This change of perspective is as powerful as the change in circumstances because it transforms you from a worried consumer into a generous channel. From today on, you'll begin to experience what it means to live in the dimension of overflow. Resources will flow to you from unexpected sources. Opportunities will arise without you having to seek them. Connections will form that will bring even more abundance to your life. This flow doesn't depend on the economy, circumstances, or even your effort. It's a divine decree that transcends any human limitation. Declare with conviction, I'm being transferred from scarcity to overflow. Abundance is flowing in my life beyond any limit. I'm a channel of blessings that flow continuously. Overflow is my new reality. This affirmation aligns your energy with the cosmic forces already working to manifest this overflow in your life. Each time you repeat this truth, you strengthen the flow of superabundance that's coming to you. In the territory of overflow, you won't just receive, but you'll become a source. Abundance will flow through you to bless others. You'll become a river of provision, no longer a well that fears running dry, but a channel through which resources flow continuously, blessing everything and everyone in your path. This transformation requires a new way of thinking. In scarcity, thinking is about accumulation and protection. In overflow, thinking is about flow and generosity. The more you allow resources to flow through you, the more they'll increase. This is the paradoxical law of overflow. The more you give, the more you receive. You'll notice that in the territory of overflow, concern about resources decreases dramatically. When you live in the certainty of continuous abundance, anxiety about having enough simply disappears. This peace is one of the greatest gifts of overflow, liberation from the burden of financial worry. Some people will remain trapped in the scarcity mindset even when surrounded by abundance. But you were chosen to demonstrate a new reality, the reality of divine overflow that not only satisfies but exceeds all expectations. Your life will be a testimony of what it means to live in the dimension of superabundance. The overflow you're experiencing now is just the beginning, like a river that starts as a small stream and grows until it becomes a powerful flow. The abundance in your life will continue to increase, to expand, to flow with ever greater force. What you see now is just the beginning of the great overflow that will manifest in your life. You've been transferred from scarcity to overflow. This is the new reality in which you're living, and each day will bring new evidence of this transformative truth. Embrace it fully, live it generously, and witness how divine overflow manifests in every area of your life. Chosen one, we've reached the end of this powerful revelation, but it's just the beginning of your journey of multiplication and abundance. What you heard today isn't just words, it's a prophetic declaration about the new reality that's already manifesting in your life. Your resources are multiplying right now. The scarcity you've known is giving way to a supernatural abundance that transcends any logical explanation. The divine principle of multiplication has been activated in your life, and nothing can prevent its manifestation. Every seed you've planted is generating 100 times more. What you had was little, but what you're receiving now is extraordinarily much. Multiplication is coming without effort by the divine grace that flows over you. Even what was taken is being restored with extra, bringing a divine compensation for every loss you suffered. The growth process is visible and fast, happening before your eyes in real time. And more powerful still, you're being transferred from scarcity to overflow, a dimension of superabundance, where resources not only satisfy your needs, but flow beyond you to bless others. This revelation has reached you at the perfect moment. It's not coincidence, it's a divine appointment. You were chosen for this supernatural manifestation because you demonstrated faithfulness even in the most difficult moments. Your faith is being honored now with a multiplication that exceeds all your expectations. Remember that you're not alone in this journey. The entire universe is aligned to support the manifestation of this abundance in your life. People, circumstances, and opportunities are being organized to ensure that multiplication continues to flow without obstacles. Before we close, if this content touched your heart and awakened your faith, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. These simple gestures help spread this transformative message to more people who, just like you, are ready to experience supernatural multiplication. From today on, carefully observe the signs of multiplication in your life. Celebrate every evidence of accelerated growth, divine restitution, supernatural overflow, and always remember, you were chosen for this extraordinary manifestation. Your life will never be the same again.